I'm in the store, casually browsing the meats, as one does, and they jump out at me. The most beautiful short ribs I've ever seen. I had to have them. Yes, they cost a small fortune, but it's the price you pay for perfection. These are some thick boys. And mama likes. These are gonna be so good. Whew. Today, I'm making short ribs. These are going to be cooking for about 3.5 hours. These are bone in, so that's why they take so long. If you had boneless short ribs, these would definitely take 1.5 hours, 2 hours at the most. So I'm going to prep the short ribs and prep the veggies and get going because I'm hungry. What's new? To prep these short ribs, I am going to salt and pepper all the sides and then coat with some flour. These used to be long, you know, like that, but I had the butcher cut them in half because they're easier to cook this way. They fit into pans better and it's better for a serving instead of trying to eat this huge long piece of meat, you know, casual. I have a little bit of all-purpose flour on my plate here, and I'm just going to dust the surface with just a light skimming of it. You know, don't cake it on. We're gonna set these aside and prep our veggies. I've got some carrots, some celery, and an onion. Chop these up into larger pieces. You don't want them to just disintegrate into the short ribs since this will be cooking for so long. I have a few garlic cloves that I'm going to be using as well. So I'm just going to give those a rough chop. You definitely don't want these too small because they'll just disappear. Lastly, I'm going to be using some herbs, so I want a few sprigs of rosemary and some thyme. The rest I shall save for later. Now we can head over to the stove. My large Dutch oven, there is about 3 to 4 tablespoons of olive oil in here. I have it on a medium-high heat. Once this gets nice and hot, we're going to sear the short ribs on all the sides, get some good flavor going on. Also at this point, start to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I think it's ready, so we want to hear good sizzle. We're gonna brown these on each side for a few minutes until they get nice and deep in color. That's the color we want. These are nicely brown. We're gonna take these out. Into the same pot, we're gonna put our veggies. to saute just for a couple minutes, get them going. And then we're going to nestle the meat down into the veggies. I'm going to turn the heat off and get these right in there. Just enough stock in here to kind of cover about half of the short rib. You don't want to submerge these unless you like it really kind of saucy. I don't, so that's why I do that. That was about 3 cups. We're good to go. Lastly, I'm just going to pop my garlic in and my herbs. Just kind of toss them in. Put a lid on it and pop it in to your preheated oven. Set your timer for 3.5 hours. No. Get out of here. Oh my God. Look at how perfect that is. Everything is so caramelized. You can see how it's falling off the bone already. A little bit of a better view. Look at that. So if you wanted it more juicy in there, definitely just add some more broth, but that is perfection right there. Oh yeah. And this has been about 3.5 hours in a 350 oven, just getting good. And you can just take these herbs out. They have done their job, and you don't need to be chewing on those unless you want to. I mean, they do look kind of crispy and yummy. You can see they just like fall off the bone. That's the bone right there. It's just so tender. Just want to take a little piece just for, you know, a test. That right there. Oh my God, I'm drooling just thinking about it. Here it is. You'll have to excuse me. I feel like I need a cigarette. I don't even smoke. That's how good this is. Oh my goodness. The meat is just falling apart, and it's so juicy still, and the flavor is out of control. With all those veggies in there too. Oof. I must have more. This is a really good like first impression kind of dinner if you have someone special coming over. Feed them this and you won't regret it. It's just intoxicating. That's what the smell is. Tastes very similar to pot roast, but 10 times better, if you can imagine it. So good and juicy still, and I have some of the veggies and the meat on there. It's perfect. It's just dripping in all of its gloriousness. Like, bring a bucket and a mop. Perfect for like a Sunday supper, or maybe you just need some comfort food. Who doesn't? So you have to make this. You just must. Treat yourself and enjoy it.